Ministry of Health has come up with this innovation, which is going to be put in all the government health facilities, so that once the medicines have been received, we have a system of knowing who actually received the medicines that were earlier received by the in charge. Who is that mother who received the mama kits that NMS delivered at the government health facility? What we currently have is people telling us the mama kits are not enough. Yes, they will not be enough. Probably they may never be enough. But what we want is who took the 100, the 200, the 1,000 mama kits that we delivered to these government health facilities, so that we know. We look at the mothers who delivered that month. We also look at the mama kits which we have, and then we can know that yes, government brought 100 mama kits, but 120 mothers delivered. So it is the 100 mothers that got and the 20 did not get. We want this information to be there. But now what is currently happening is that you deliver 100 mama kits, no mother receives the mama kit, but all you are being told is that the mama kits you delivered are not enough. We want a system that allows us to follow up and know. This is just the mama kit. You always find this at the government health facilities, at the health center 3, because those are the ones accredited by government to be able to receive, be able to deliver our mothers. As you can see, that pack itself is sealed, and it has the government of Uganda not for sale. So it should be, somebody should be able to see it. You have this is cotton wool, which is supposed to be, you always hear when mothers are going to deliver, they are asked to buy cotton. So this is the cotton wool. It is very squeezed, but that is the cotton wool that they use. You will have what they call chivera. They tell the mothers, "Lete chivera." So this is the Macintosh for the mother, so that when you are on that delivery bed or when you are in your labor suit, they first put it there so that you will not make the other parts of the bed very dirty. This one is the cavera or the chivera for the baby, because sometimes, yes, when the baby comes out, you also need to put them in a different place. The same thing has gauze. They would ask you to buy this cotton wool and gauze because the mothers need, most of the mothers in our places, in those lower facilities, use this one for padding. So they need the gauze to wrap around the cotton wool and use it for padding, so that if they have any fluids coming out of them, these padding, these fluids should be able to be absorbed. They always ask our mothers to get surgical gloves. Each mama kit has 5 pairs of surgical gloves. It is very rare that somebody, the person helping our mother to deliver, will need more than 5 pairs of gloves. In most cases, they need 3 or 4 pairs of surgical gloves. We also have this. This is when the mother comes, we should be able to bathe the mother, rather the kid, and keep them. This is it. This is the soap that you will always find in this. We also have the razor blade and the umbilical tape, which is there to cut and make sure that we are able to tie the umbilical cord. So these are the basic things that are found in the mama kits. And these mama kits are available at the health facilities. All government health facilities where mothers deliver, health center 3 and above. The challenge is you are always telling the wananchi that these mama kits are there. You are always telling. You are the ones telling the wananchi that the medicines are not there. No wonder the wananchi believe that these medicines are not there, that these mama kits are not there. And that is the challenge that we have. So we believe that from today, you will give the correct message. That government provides the budget, and that budget procures and delivers these commodities to the government health facilities. Number 2, that the partners provide medicines and health supplies, and these ones are also delivered to health facilities in addition to what government has provided. That some of these supplies may not be enough, but we cannot know truly how much more we need if the tap is leaking. Let us first close the tap and we stop the leakage of this water, of these commodities, so that then we can know when all these Ugandans start receiving these supplies the way they are supposed to receive, how many more would not have received, so that we can now appropriately budget for them. But for us to keep saying there are no medicines in government health facility, and then when NMS actually delays to deliver these commodities, the same people are in the paper saying NMS has delayed to deliver these supplies, and that's why they are not there. But in the first case, you say we don't deliver these supplies. So let us give the correct message to the wananchi. That is what we are asking of. Let us give the correct message to the wananchi. Let the wananchi go and benefit from this community. Let us now know the people who are in the habit of diverting these commodities from the people who are supposed to receive them free of charge, and either selling them to these patients within the hospital or taking them outside of the hospital into their private facilities. But we also hear they are also sold in the neighboring counties. So we need to stop that and stop it now, because Ugandans cannot continue not benefiting from their taxes the way it is carried. I would like to thank you very much for listening to me. And the DMT, yes, I'm being reminded. Any one of you, if you have your smartphone, you just go to Google, put in dmt.nms, dmt.nms. Are you there? Yeah. Just Google. This is available for every Uganda. dmt.nms. Are we there? I don't know whether we are together. dmt.nms. And there you should be able to see NMS dispatches. You should be able to see the NMS deliveries. You should be able to see LMD deliveries. Those are last mile deliveries. That means that they deliver to the individual health facility. When you click at DMS, you will see something like this. Are you there? Are we there? Yes. So once you are there, you'll be able to see dispatches from NMS. That is the medicines that we have sent. You will be able to see NMS deliveries. That is when we deliver to the DHO's office. Then you will be able to see LMD deliveries. That is when we pick them from where we have delivered them at the DHO's office, and we deliver them to the individual facilities. So if you click, for example, on LMD deliveries, just tap on LMS deliveries and you go down. You will be able to see where we delivered on 27th. That was the last delivery that we made to the individual health facility. 27th of this month, the district was Moroto, and you will be able to see the individual health facilities that we delivered to. And you can also go across and see the in charge of the facility who received this message. And if you continue across, you will see that this message was copied to the DHO of Moroto district, the RDC, the CAO, the MPs, and the in charges. If it is ongoing, you should also be able to indicate that. And the same thing, if you want to know where we have delivered this morning or which vehicles we dispatched this morning, you can also click and get to know. So this is something the wananchi can make use of, to know that the medicines have been delivered, and to go and ask, because you are free to go and ask more details from the people who have received these medicines. Thank you very much. Is there any questions? Are there any questions?
Thank you so much. My name is Grace Eligna from Salt Media. My questions will be going to Mr. Kamabani, and to be specific. This campaign you're starting, which is not going to be that so easy for the media, I'm giving you information because all the networks, all the irregularities we've been seeing, they originate from NMS. It is official aware about the budget that is distributed. They are aware when these drugs are to be procured, and they know even the networks. So turning your responsibility to the media, I think it is unfair game, and I can assure you it will not work. Unless when you work with security agencies, we appreciate the press briefing you've given us and the statistics. But this is your responsibility. It has happened on several occasions. There has been a public outcry, but the response has not been so progressive. Second, the supply of non-essential medicines in various referral centers has been reported. We have seen even NMS banning, spending over 6 billion banning medicine which is expired. Where have you been? And why have you responded? Each year, money is being spent. Thirdly, tell us about your budget this year. You've talked about your budget progressing each year, but you're not giving us figures. This time around, how much has been disbursed as compared to last year?
Okay, thank you. Let's try and restrict the questions. We have many entities here, so if all of us had asked 5 questions, you can be sure we shall sleep here. So if we can only limit to maximum 2 questions per person, please, your name and media house.
Thank you very much. My name is Peter Wandeme. I work with Delta TV. Tuma, you said that journalists can be protected when doing the investigative stories about the medicine theft. You and me can recall back in 2019 where Solomon Serwanja was haunted even to the extent of the wife being taken in custody while doing a story about the same thing of medicine theft. How sure should we be that you are not just doing PR, but in the real sense, you're going to be haunting us when you see something similar to that story? Thank you.
Okay. Um,
Good morning. My name is Adrian Nakato from NBS TV. I want to know how much have we lost in the past financial year, 2023-2024.
who do you want to answer the question? State House. How much have we what?
Lost. He talked about recovery. I want to know how much have we lost.
I think that was the ED State House Health Monitoring Unit. Okay. How much have we lost? Okay. Let's have three more questions.
Good morning, thank you. My name is Susan Nemias. I work with Fact TV. Certainly, I talked about this, but I want to be specific on how often do you supply this medicine or the medical equipment? Do you have a specific timetable in a year that, in that, say, this district will supply this period of the year? Also, Dr. Warren talked of population running to the hospitals to get the equipment and the medicine. If they get the information that medicine has been, delivered, who gives this medicine to the population? Because Ms. Susan, I don't have access to the store. This is your weakness, maybe. Also, these mama kits that you showed us, Doctor, the director, NMS, very often, especially the government hospitals, they say, and they tell these mothers to buy the mama kits, and you said they're always there. Where are they? Thank you.
Okay, two more. This side. I think
I'm here.
this side.
Thank you so much. My name is Louis Ibrahim from the Living. NMSED and the police have talked about the theft of drugs, but I want to know, so far, how many have you arrested? What are their names? From which health facilities? And when are they going to be penalized?
Thanks. Mine goes to DG. I'm Ron Mayanja. e.g., 2 years ago, His Excellency talked of cleaning up the referral hospitals, in that all the pharmacies in the referral hospitals he cleaned out. But up to now, we see mushrooming of pharmacies in the referral hospitals. Who are the owners of those referral hospitals? I personally, I report the stories. It's true, NMS does its part, but also NMS. I have a question to Dr. Kamaba. I think you have security agencies who always escort those vehicles when they are supplying government drugs. How come? It's true that you supply the drugs to the hospitals, but within 2 hours or 1 day, the drug that you supplied, they are over. How come that those drugs are out of the system where they are security base?
Okay, last question.
Good morning. My name is Councillor Rosemary. I work with Inside Post. My question goes to Dr. Kamara. It's a request, and I would like to know how often do you supply medicine in the Marago Hospital? And I would like to know, when you're supplying this medicine, the doctors from Mulago are in charge. Like, they give you the lists of the medicine they want. Because, for example, there is this medicine called Celebram. Even at this moment, it isn't there. And most of patients in ICU, they are dying because of that medicine, and it's so costly. Taking an example, one piece of Celebram is 120, but in the hospital, it isn't there. Because I myself, I had a patient, but it was so much touching that the doctors they gave me a number to go to a certain health center to buy it. So I'm asking myself, why is it that it isn't there and it's costly?
Okay. Thank you very much. If there's time, we shall take another round, but I would request that we return to our bosses to answer this question. I want to seek your indulgence, colleagues in the media. Do they first answer the English version and then come back for Uganda, or whoever comes, they answer the question and give the Uganda wrap-up?
Yes, let them first answer.
Okay, so my dear bosses, we are going to first, you'll answer the questions and then take time to do a wrap-up of everything that you have said, including the question that you have just answered in Uganda.
But here, there are more questions.
There are more questions?
Yeah, there are more questions. We have time for this press conference today.
But they may have, the president is what? He's launching his manifesto. So we have. Okay, guys, all right. Okay, I've been allowed that you can ask, ladies and gentlemen. Clap for my bosses. Okay, I'll now invite. We're just don't I'll now invite our general manager to come and start with the responses, and then you do a recap in Uganda.
Thank you very much. I will start with the person who said that this campaign will not succeed. I can assure you it will. So relax, it will succeed because Ugandans want medicines and they want information that these medicines have been received. And we believe that if you convey this information that we have shared with you, this campaign will succeed. On the expired medicines, we heard from the director HMU, but we know that medicines, like anything that has an expiry date, some of that will expire. And that is why you go to supermarkets, those are not medicines. You'll find some things which have expired. And they expire because they have expired date. The challenge, that the issue that we will be addressing here is the quantity that has expired. That is the only concern. So the formula that is there worldwide for the information of my brother and everybody who would want to know is that if the value of the medicines that you have, that you turn out every financial year, if the value of not more than 5% expires, you are within allowable limits. Meaning that 95% of what you receive, not less than 95% of what you receive, will be utilized. You are still there within the allowable limits, and that is all over the world. It is not just here. So, if the medicines have expired, the question will be which medicines expired. And some of these issues have been asked, and we have responded to them. The Auditor General has asked the same question before and was clear and stated it exactly why these medicines expired. You come to the warehouse of NMS and the medicines expire. Which medicines expired in NMS last financial year? COVID vaccines, COVID test kits, ARVs, which are the old type that was no longer effective. What would you want us to do with that? If COVID vaccines come and by God's grace COVID goes, what do you want us to do with the COVID vaccine? We cannot use it for malaria. We cannot use it for anything else. It is not medicine that is wide range, that you have a painkiller. If the pain is not for malaria, you can use paracetamol for any other fever. This is specific for a disease. If it is not utilized, it will expire, and we have a responsibility to safely dispose it off. So if we dispose it off the way we did, we are well within our limits, and Ugandans should thank us that we had brought these COVID vaccines in the event that COVID had not gone. But we thank God that it went before all of it was utilized, and therefore we had to incinerate it. How much budget does government give us? This financial year, we have 717 billion, which government has given us. And if we can tell you that this budget started rising, if you look at more than 10 years ago, at one time, NMS's budget was 60 billion for the whole financial year. Around 2009, 2010 financial year, 60 billion. And that included the medicine for government of Uganda, but also the budget for the development partners. Put together, it was 60 billion. Last financial year, to give you an indication of how it was reduced, if you put together the 770 that government gave us, plus the one of development partners, NMS last financial year delivered medicines and health supplies worth 1.5 trillion Uganda shillings. That is how much it has been increasing, my brother. So, on the delivery schedule, we have a delivery schedule, and NMS delivers once every 2 months. Once every 2 months, and that is what we call cycle. So when you look at our DMT and you see cycle, that is delivery for 2 months. That is why we have 6 cycles. So you will see cycle 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 6, because we deliver in the 12th month, we deliver 6 cycles because we deliver once every 2 months to the regional referral hospitals up to lower in the health center. But for Molago, the national referral hospitals, we deliver to them once every month, because for them they do not have enough store to keep all the medicines that we will be delivering to them all the 2 months store. Mama kits, whether they are there or not, we have given you the information, and it is a fact. So go to the health facilities, ask them about the last delivery that we made to them. You will be able to see Mama kit as one of the items that we deliver to those health facilities. So it is not just that we are saying, it is a fact that we deliver these Mama kit. Why the mothers are not receiving them? That's why we are here. That's why we are here. Because I think a few years ago, there were about 3 or 4 years, when His Excellency the President visited was it Nakauka Health Center 3, you reported widely about it. When we went there with him, and the mothers we found in the maternity ward did not, they had been told to go and buy these Vivera, they had been told to buy the gloves, they had been told to buy cotton wool. But when we went in their store, we found 55 Mama kits that NMS had previously delivered 3 weeks prior to that, still locked up. And these mothers who were being attended to had not received them. That is why we are giving you the information. Why? Because you have been going around telling people that these Mama kits are not there. We are telling you that they are there. If they knew that they were there and they demanded for them, they would be given. But if you continue telling them that they are not there, then they will continue locking them in the stores and selling, opening these Vera and be selling the individual components of these Mama kits to them. Security system, yes, the security system is there. And that is why we told you that our work as NMS ends when these medicines and health supplies are received by the in-charges of the health facility. After that, our trucks come back and the NMS's work is done. What has been missing is that once these items are delivered, how do they then reach the patient? That is the system that we have not been having in the country. And that is the system that now government has decided to put in place. And you heard about it. They are called electronic medical records. And they are the ones that will be able to tell you that Kamaware went to Mulago Hospital today and got TB medicines. That if I go now from Mulago and I want to go to Entebbe Hospital to get the same TB medicines, they will say, thank you very much. As from the system, we can see that you got your TB dose from Mulago Hospital, and therefore you should not be able to receive it. Why? Because we have seen a system in this country. There are unscrupulous people in town here whose work it is to just collect the medicines from different health facilities, especially ARVs, TB medicines, and antimalarials. They just go, they get a patient who actually tests positive. They go to one health facility, they test them, they give them a dose of water. They move with them to the second health facility, they do the test, they get positive, they give them. By the end of the day, they have collected 20 doses of antimalarial, and that's what they do for a living here. We have seen the same thing for HIV patients. They go and they list themselves in about 10 health centers around town. So they will pick from Chirudu, one pick from Mulago, go to Zambia and pick, go to Membo and pick the same patient. Why? Because our systems are not talking to each other. So now government has said, let us first test them within the health facility, and the second step will be to make them talk to each other, so that if you have picked these medicines from one area, you cannot go in any other part of the country and receive these medicines. For my sister who has talked about a specific type of medicine, I couldn't clearly understand what that type of medicine is. We will get to you and see which is that a trade name, because it doesn't sound like it is the drug name. It could be the business name of that medicine. So Sheila is going to get to you and we'll see whether it is part of the medicines that we deliver. Yes. Sheila is going to come to you and then we'll confirm whether it is among the types of medicines that we deliver to government health facilities. Sheila, there is another note, I think. We had that. Oh, sorry. In the HMU, had the question, and I think police. Uganda. Now that Uganda. I'm told everybody understands English. Bannange, olwaleero tuze wano okubategeeza ebifa mu ggwanga na nnyo ebifa okubulisa eddagala lyaffe okuva mu kitongole kya National Medical Store okugendera ddala kutuukira ddala ku malwaliro gammwe agali mu byalo, agali ku miruka, agali ku bombolola n'amanene. Ekitongole kya National Medical Store kyaweebwa obuvunaanyizibwa n'essente ez'okulaba nti tugula, tutereka ate tutuusa eddagala eriba lisabiddwa amalwaliro gonna ga gavumenti. N'olwekyo tuzenga tukola omulimu gwaffe nga bwe tulina okukola. Kyokka ensonga gye tusooka okunnyonnyola Abannayuganda olwaleero y'ey'okugamba nti Abannayuganda abangi tebamanyi nti eddagala lino tulituusiza ddala mu malwaliro gaabwe wonna mu ggwanga lyaffe. Twagala tutegeeze Munnayuganda atuwuliriza n'oyo atulaba nti eddagala lyo tulituusiza ddala mu ddwaliro lyo. Ate musenga mulaba emmotoka zaffe nga zireeta eddagala eryo. Kyokka waliwo obuzibu obubaddewo bwe twagala mutuyambe mmwe nga Abannayuganda okugonjoola. Kati eno kaweefube eriko yakulaba nti eddagala bwe liba lituuse mu ddwaliro lyo oli aba aliggyeemu mu bukyamu tomukkiriza, oba oli wa bodaboda oba olina emmotoka oba waliwo bw'olabye ng'ayagala kukutusa eddagala lyo tomukkiriza kulijja mu malwaliro ge tuba tugituusizaamu n'okulibba oba sinakindi okusaba ssente kyosasulire eddagala eryo nga lya bwereere, kubanga eddagala lyonna lye tuwaayo mu malwaliro bw'eriwo omulwadde mu Uganda olina okulifuna obwereere. N'olwekyo oli omusawo bw'akugamba nti eno giraavu eri wano sooka osasule, ng'olaba nti ewandiiseeko ebiwandiiko ebitegeeza nti si yakusasulira, tukkiriza. Ate si kugaana kokka, waliwo essimu gye batuwadde wano eya health monitoring unit. Essimu eyo aba health monitoring unit bajja kuconnectinga ku poliisi ekuli kumpi balabe nti bakuyamba, ate ne bayamba n'Abannayuganda abalala okulaba nti eddagala lyabwe tebalibba. Tugambye nti tulina ebyoma ebyakalimagezi ebituyamba okutegeera oba okumanya nti eddagala eryo lituusiddwa mu malwaliro gaffe. Eyo DMT2 gye tubanyonyodde, bw'ogenda ku Google n'owandiika ennyukuta D, M ne T n'oteekako akatoonyeze na ne M ne S nga NMS, ejja kutuukiriza ddala butereevu bw'oyagalira okumanya eddagala lyo ani bwe baaliwadde. NMS ebituusizza ku health center yo, kyokka ani akutte eddagala eryo oba asayinze nti eddagala eryo alifunye, ate eddagala eryo liriwa. Tugezaako okubeegayirira Abannayuganda bonna temuddukira mu malwaliro kubanga eddagala lituuse. Genda ku malwaliro ng'oli mulwadde, oba toli mulwadde tukusaba ne seetusaba yonna toddukira mu malwaliro nti ofune sheya yo, kubanga tewali sheya ey'eddagala. Sheya ebaawo ng'oli mulwadde, oba toli mulwadde oba tolina sheya eddagala NMS oba gavumenti yeebeewaddeyo mu malwaliro gaayo. Ebikozesebwa n'eddagala lyonna lye tuwaayo tugezaako nnyo okulaba nti tuteekako twaliramba, ebintu byonna twabiramba Government of Uganda not for sale. Kati awo obuzibu bwe tulinamu obutono tugamba bw'oba nga tosobola kusoma Luzungu, awo tusobola kuleetamu obuzibu. Kyetuva tugamba abantu baffe nti osobola kubuuza muliraanwawo mu ddwaliro, munnange eddagala lye bampadde oba zino giraavu ze bampadde za gavumenti za kusasulira, kubanga oli akuwandiikira buwandiikira bweziba si za gavumenti n'ozigula wabweru wa ddwaliro. Kyokka oli bakugamba nti leeta ssente ate nkuwe giraavu ng'ali munda mu ddwaliro, emirundi emingi ebintu ebyo biba bya bwereere, ate wandibadde ng'okufuna nga tosasudde kasente konna. Tulina mama kits, kubanga ekyo tuze nga tukyogera, abakyala bangi zino mama kit si zizo ng'omukyala bw'oba ozze kukebeza oba ku antenatal, kubanga abantu babadde mu malwaliro bagendayo, abalala ne balwana ne bannaasi nga baagala mama kit kubanga baze ku antenatal. Nedda, eyo mama kit tebayo ng'oze ku antenatal. Mama kit eba yo ng'oze okuzaala. Yagiteekawo okusobozesa okusikiriza bamaama okujja mu malwaliro okuzaalira mu malwaliro ga gavumenti. Kyetuva tubawa mama kit eno nga yabwereere. Zino mama kit weeziri, kyetwagala kubategeeza nti mama kit zino weeziri kuva ku health center okweyongerayo waggulu mu malwaliro gonna ga gavumenti. Oli bw'aba akugamba nti maama kiti weeri kyokka olina okuleeta ssente tokkiriza kumuwa ssente kubanga za bwereere ng'eddagala lyonna lye tuba tutuusizza mu malwaliro ago. Ate bw'oba okitegeddeko nti waliwo abbye maama kiti zino n'azitwala wabweru w'eddwaliro mu buduuka bwabwe obubeera mu maaso g'amalwaliro ago, tuyambe otegeeze ekikwatako, bamukwate ate bamuvunaane nga ekirina okubeera. Enamba y'essimu eya HMU nayo bagituwadde, naawo tugezeeko kugikuba eri eno nooti 8 nooti 2 nooti 447. Oba ogikubyeko egenda butereevu ba health monitoring unit, ate bajja kugezaako bakuyambe okugonjoola ensonga zo. DG oba akulira ebyobulamu Ministry of Health, DG Tolaro atugambye nti kati ministry egezaako okulaba nti obwongo bwakalimagezi obulondoola eddagala kutuuka ku mulwadde bagenda babutesitinga ate babutadde mu malwaliro ag'enjawulo. Tulina tulowooza nti omwaka gw'ensimbi guno nga guggwako bujja kuba butuuse mu malwaliro amangi aga gavumenti. Obwo bujja kutuyambako okulaba nti tutegeera ani aweereddwa maama kiti eyo, ani aweereddwa kubatemu eyo, ani aweereddwa ARV n'eddagala lyonna lye tuba tutuusizza mu malwaliro. Ate agambye nti etteeka kati eribonereza abo ababa basangiddwa nga babbye eddagala linafu nnyo, terikola kyerina okukola, teriziyizza ababbi b'eddagala. N'olwekyo kati waliwo etteeka minisitule y'ebyobulamu lyereese mu palamenti, ate twagala Abannayuganda mwenna muliwagire, erina fayini zawaggulu okusinga ezo ezibaddewo. Omuntu abadde ng'asangibwa oli omusanga ng'abbye eddagala erikunuukiriza mu miliyoni nga 100, bw'agenda mu kooti n'omusingisa omusango, kooti emuwa fayini ya miliyoni 5. Kye kinene nnyo ekisingayo. Kati kyetwagala kulaba nti kati fayini ezo zongerwako waggulu kuva ku miliyoni ezo 5 okutuukira ddala ku miliyoni 10. Sinakindi batuwe ekibonerezo ekikwatagana n'omuwendo gw'eddagala etuba tusanze nalyo. Bwe tusanga n'eddagala lya miliyoni nga 10, twagala osasule emirundi 3 ya value y'eddagala lye bakusanze nalyo. Kati fayini egendera eddala miliyoni nga 3 bwe tusanga n'eddagala lya miliyoni 10. Tulowooza nti bwe tunaakola bwe tutyo tujja kuziyiza abo oba tujja kutangira abo ababadde bakufuuse omulimo obanga bizinesi yaabwe okubba eddagala ly'Abannayuganda ate ne baddamu ne balibaguza oba ne balitwala mu kiriniki zaabwe oba mu mawanga agatuliraanye. Ndowooza byebyo. Budget gavumenti gyetuwadde mu mwaka guno 717. Kyokka ezo teziri ezo olina okuzigatako eddagala lye tujja kufuna ate lye tuzze tufuna mu batuwa obuyambi, kubanga nalyo lye baba batuwadde nalyo lya bbeeyi lya muwendo ogwenkanankana n'ogwo gavumenti bw'ebeetaddemu, ate oluusi n'okusinga esente ezo gavumenti zeba etaddemu obutereevu. N'olwekyo gwe laba nti eddagala lyonna eriba liyingiddwa mu ddwaliro terivaamu nga terigenze na mulwadde. Oli bw'agamba nti omulwadde we ali w'eddwaliro, tomukkiriza kutwala ddagala lye. oli bw'aba alina boda oba n'omulaba nga atadde mu nsawo ye ng'ayagala tutwalira mu boda bayimirize bagambe nti eddagala lya ddwaliro lya balwadde sirya kugenda ku boda kugenda mu bitundu ebirala. Mutuyambe gavumenti nayo esobole kubayamba okulaba nti eddagala lyewaayo libatuukako ate liyamba abalwadde abo baba bagenze mu malwaliro aga gavumenti. Mwebale nnyo.
Idi mwafiirwa kyenkana kitya ku bubbi bw'eddagala? Mwafiirwa kyenkana kitya? Wandizeemu kopiikozo mu bufunze ssebo. Kufiirwa kyenkana kya mu
ebyokudda eddagala ebyo si byange bya mukulu ono ya kajje annyonnyole nga bw'abitegeera kubanga ffe tuwaayo eddagala abakulu bano ne bakwata ababbi b'eddagala. Kati Dr. Warren olowooza yakujja wano osooka otunyonyole mu fuutifuuti ate otunyole n'okuluganda. Yesu kutangwa.
Kale katutandikira awo tulabe. Kati Mwami Ssebanyana ye yabuuziza ekibuuzo ekyo. I think I start with Uganda. Mwami Ssebanyana ye yabuuziza ekibuuzo ekyo. Baba lenye kukibuuza ekibuuzo ekyo. Ate wabaddewo omuntu ng'ayogera ku bintu bya bail. You are innocent until proven guilty. Njagala mukitegeere bulungi. Recovering the lost money oba okufuna ssente ezo osooka n'owaaba omusango n'okutwala wa DPP. Poliisi bw'ekwata ababbi baffe nga tumaze okubalondoola, poliisi n'ebakwata bye tukola nayo tubatwala ewa direct of public prosecution. DPP yabatwala mu kooti ne batandika amagezi nnyo. Nina omuntu omu twakamukwata emirundi egi esatu ngabba eddagala. Bw'ava wano agenda Wakiso n'abba eddagala, bw'ava Wakiso ajja wano n'abba eddagala enakase, bw'ava awa agenda n'abba eddagala awalala. Alina emisango esatu naye akyatulemye. Twamukwata naye n'afuna bail. Kati mwe nga fourth estate, you need to talk about bail for those criminal acts. No, it's in court. I can't give you the name. You know that is some duties. I cannot, but you know the person actually. You people know because you've covered the case very well. Kati kyendagala tutegeere kati okulikavalinga ssente ezo kiba kizibu. Naye kanbawulizeko ekimu. 2021, fiscal year 2021, we recovered 6.2 billion shillings worth of drugs. Obuwumbi 6 bw'eddagala. Mu mwaka gwa 21-22, we recovered 2 billion worth of drugs. Obuwumbi 2. 2022-23, we recovered 1.2 billion worth of drugs. 23-24, we recovered about 800 million worth of drugs. We are talking about recovery. You want what I did not recover. This is the reason. Tubatwala mu kooti ne babeerayo ne banoonya lawyer, owa akatuukaawo lawyer ne bagamba nti lawyer timulwadde postponement. Ne muddayo ne bamuleeta n'agamba nti kati lawyer ono si kyamwagala njagala omulala. Ne baleeta ne postponement. Waliwo bwe twakakwata emirundi egyo esatu naye ng'atutwala mu kamunguluze bwe kati. Waliwo bwe twakakwata Embaale nabo batutwala mu kamunguluze bwe kati. Western region, same thing. I have the figures here, I can give them to you. But the biggest problem is that ababbi tosobola kuba bw'oba nga tolina magezi, babeera n'amagezi mangi ate tebabba bokka. There is what we call syndicated corruption. Eno n'aba n'oli n'agenda anoonya lawyer omututu oli ow'omutawaana ne batambula bombi nga bwebonyabonya gavumenti ne tuddayo koma order. I have suffered a lot. I can tell you about it. Now, somebody said, I think it is you, Wagande, I don't remember your name, sorry ma'am. Susan, Yagande, Susan is someone who paid Dagara, and you are very right. Those who are going to store, that's a very, very important question she's asking. And a thief from outside cannot steal drugs without collaborating with somebody in the hospital. And I am telling you, I am a physician. I am a physician. Some of us are thieves. We have nurses. Some of them are thieves. We have pharmacists. Some of them are thieves. Those, Susan, those are the ones who give you the drugs they steal. You go sell, give them a bit, they pocket. But we have them. We also have them. Susan, yabadde abuuza ekibuuzo nti yenga Susan anaatuuka eri musowo eddagala alibbeyo eryo Moses Kabambale lyataddeyo. Ne mugamba nti nno ffe abasawo ababeera mu ddwaliro ffe tulina ebisibo. Oyo agaba eddagala pharmacist oba naasi alijjayo bino ebyokwereza omulwadde Mpege West oba noono dokita awandiika. Ffena tulina ebizibu byaffe nga tuli babbi naye nga tubakwata. Bwe tubakwata, they are innocent until proved guilty. Ne batandikira awo. Once they are in prison or in the cells, in the police cells for 48 hours, they start harassing ACP Chituma. Then the lawyers take Namara to court. 48 hours. Human rights. I don't know. Don't. Kata unova kolo. Syndicated corruption. Ye beri edagara Susan. Ye Moses yateka you. Ateli chitwani say. Adega chitwani sa. Kachitwani say now. And I can tell you that we have many of them on bail.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sorry for interruption.
Yes.
What have you done to that syndicate? And what are those people specifically you're talking about? Give us their name. You have come to tell us the drug and
What is your name? Let me answer the first question. What have you done? We have arrested them. They have gone to court. They have been arraigned to court by the DPP. Actually, I meant it's not we have. The police has arrested them. We have arraigned them in the court. They have been given bail, Ibrahim.
how many are they and what are
There are very many. But thank God, Ibrahim, if you want, we can have a one-on-one. After this one, we can have. But I can tell you, you guys, come on, for this day. You know that it is sub judice for me to talk about minutes. Don't you know that? You want me to go to court? So, but suffice. No. What have you done? Yes, we have arrested them. The DPP has taken them to court. They have been given bail, but we are not giving up. We are still making sure that they deliver on what they were. We are making sure that they have their day in court, and some of them are actually locked up. I think that's what I think I've made sure that I've also answered it. What? Syndicate. Bana the syndicate ali akitegera mu Uganda. Kati olukalala wababbi kati gambe bwekiti. Ibrahim ali wali azze kuba eddagala. N'asanga wano Dr. Namara yalina eddagala. Susan ye wa store. Kati fena twensatule. Ate waliwo n'ono policeman akuuma hospital. Kati bana 4 people. Olw'olukalala olwo lwe syndicate. Kyekitegeeza olukalala lw'abantu abo bana nga babbye eddagala sina kindi bajja kubirwaniramu mu mpaka neyo batete mubamanyi muli bamawulire
Mubufunze Dr. abadde eddagala balikulira mu bitongole.
Nedda Susan sijja kwogera mannya. The number they are very many. I need to go and consult my numbers, but they are very many. I can assure you. They are very many. They are about 4 in Kampala. They are about 2 in Kono. They are about 5 in Mbale. They are about 2 in Kabale Western region, and they are about 2 in Chitakwenda. And I think there is 1 or 2 in Lida, and I think 1 or 2 in roughly.
Dr. Wali, mukyala Betty.
Yes.
Omwaka guno nga gutandika yagamba tutongoze enteekateeka y'okwatulira abatuddira ebintu ab'ejja ne mbuli w'ebintu baatule wate.
Mukyala kano anti yakyogera yaboogera. Omanyi mukyala kano yasino.
Colleagues, thank you so much for the passion and the time that you're dedicating to this topic. That's why we're here. And if any questions are not answered, these gentlemen are at your beck and call. You can always call them and they'll give you the details. Next is police. Yes, my police. Police is done.
In the interest of time, kanjitemu mufunze naye kantandikire wansi ku issue gye mubadde mugezaako okubuuza ku ekintu eky'ennamba n'amannya. Leka nange nyimirire wano mpagire dokita ku kyabadde ayogera. Kati ngaffe police usually tutera okufulumya crime statistics ng'omwaka gukola ki era usually tubayita. So bwe nzija wano kati nga bwe nzize leero nyinza obutaba na exact crime statistics ezikwatagana n'ezaaki naye bwe mba neetegese bulungi mba nsobola okuziba. Maybe just kye naalisabye leero leka tubeetondere tetubawadde specific names ate n'ekirala bw'oba osonsola amannya ne details ezikwatagana n'emisango egimu usually ng'omukulembeze olina kuba mwegendereza kubanga oyinza oluusi okulinnya mu kintu kyewali badde toyogerako. So for today tubasaba mutusonyiwamu ku ekyo. Kanjogere kanziremu mu question omwami omu wayogedde ng'ogamba nti ogwo omulimu gwammwe poliisi ne NMS nedda ssebo. Ddayo mu constitution ya Uganda osome article 17, the duties of a citizen. Duties ndowooza nyingi naye at least kankuweeko zino ze nzijukira. The duty to cooperate with lawful agencies in maintaining law and order. Duties as citizen constitution zikakatikako okukola ki okukolegana naffe okukwasaganya oba okukwasa amateeka. Then waliwo duty endala gye nzijukira tetera okubabuulira nti the duty to protect and preserve public property. Gwe toyinza gamba nti eddagala bali eri balibba naye mwami Kamabaale yamanyi ekyokukola. No. That property is yours. Just like me and somebody else. So gwe toyinza kutusuulira mukugu okukwasa kw'amateeka kwetaagamu omukono gwa buli muntu. Ekyokusatu komawo ku poliisi bw'ogenda mu article yaffe eza poliisi kubanga tulina article 211 ne 212. 212 eyogera ku poliisi nti bw'eba ekwasa amateeka erina okukolegana n'ebitongole ebirala n'omuntu wa bulijjo. And I think they always say to cooperate with civilian authority. That's why I am here. And other security organs established under the Constitution and the population generally. Kati bwe munnamawulire awo woogwa, bwe nzija okukolegana naawe mba nina we nsinziira. So ezo mbadde njagala nkole ki? Mbirambike bulungi. Ekirala kyekintu mukulu wa Leni kyabadde ayogerako ekya okusomozebwa kwe tufuna bwe tuba tutwala abantu mu makooti. Ekyo kyayogera bayite mu kitwala light nti omusango kyokola nti poliisi tutwala emisango mu kooti egimu ne giyitamu emirala ne gitayitamu. One, waliwo bw'osanga nga omuntu omu afunye obukugu mu kumenya amateeka nga amanyi engeri gye bakubamu amakoona. That is kimu. Ekyokubiri, waliwo bw'osanga nga bwe yabadde amenya etteeka yameekinze sure nti talekaayo kantu mabega, kye tuyita living traces. So ekyo nakyo kisobola okunafuya omusango. Waliwo kategori endala egulirira ba witnesses. Ogenzeko mu kooti ne bagamba nti ono witness mu Luzungu, he has turned into a hostile witness. At least in my career as a police officer, ebyo bye tubeeramu. Ne mukwata omuntu nga amuyinako obujulizi wuuyo naye mutuuka mu kooti amuyinako obujulizi ne yeekyanga. Afande ekintu kivuddemu. What do you want us to do? You have betrayed the prosecution process. Ate omugugu oli so kyoba olaba kyekituleeta katuti nga kano nti abo nabo tubalina. Ekirala bakyogeddeko wano. Bw'onabba eddagala lya miliyoni 100 ne bakuba fayini ya miliyoni 5, kulaki enkya toddayo n'obeerera? Surely n'ekyo nakyo mukulu Kamabaale ate wano akinyonyola. I think no. We really need to refocus on some of these issues. So, ngamaliriza. Ebintu bye twayogeddeko, one, nawadde obukakafu. Kubanga waliwo omuntu yagambye nti Solomon Serwanja yafunako obuzibu kulwanisa ki? Sina background information to that effect. Naye nga poliisi njagamba bulire nti egyo emisango gye mutera okulaba gyonna gye tutwala mu kooti tukolera ku intelligence. Ate intelligence tetukozesa bantu, sources bantu. So naye nga kibaddewo nti nga bakulumiriza, bakuvuganya because ogezezaako okulwanisa omusango. Sometimes weetaaga n'otutuukirira ng'ekitongole kya poliisi. Nga bwe mumanyi, ekitongole kya poliisi kirina omukulembeze n'emitendera emirala egijja wansi. Naye nga ngamalirizira nga bwe ŋŋambye nti okulwanisa obubbi bw'amadagala is an issue of national security. Kubanga onafuya ebya bujanjabyo eby'eggwanga oba onafuyiza eggwanga awantu awaluma. So kyova olaba bweba waliwo wonna bwe tutanaba kukwata ngaffe, leka tukolegane wamu. Era kyekindeese tukwatagane wamu n'ebitongole ebirala tusobole okuwaayo eddoboozi nga lineneko. Mwebale nnyo, mwebale.
Thank you very much, colleagues. I think we've come to the end. I think if DG comes, it will be in English. And if he's comfortable, he can also share it.
Thank you once again. I think I had forgotten even my question, but now remembered I have one question. It's regarding the guidance which His Excellency gave about the issues of private pharmacies. I think I can confirm right now there is no private which are there belong to what? Belong to the hospitals. Even if you go to Olmla or the one outside, the upper side, it's actually the government and the medicines are being provided for. They have been repurposed and providing medicines for free. The last thing I wanted to comment was on the aspect of expiries, because sometimes very small things. For us, as when we plan that patients will do what? Come. Like if you take, for instance, you will have cases of hypertension in pregnancy. But if they don't come, then you will have this medicine and you will do what? It will expire. It's very difficult if your patient came and the medicine is not working. So we make sure that on the other side, but as Moses has said, that we limit that this does not go beyond 5% of the existing stocks. So first estate definitely will play a very big role working with us. I think the securities here, they definitely will be able to take this some of the information in confidence, that we need to be able to address this challenge squarely. Because if we don't, it will be either, because it's a very thin line that we are here in this media center. The next thing that we shall be the ones who are seeking what? Seeking this care. So we want to be able to put ourselves that when we need it, the medicines are available. Many things can be addressed. Let's be able to get this information so that we can be able to improve the service. Let's contribute to it. But as I did highlight, let's also be able to prevent those causes which will make us do what? Need medicines. Because medicine is not a solution. Because now everybody, even I'm sure all of you are consultants of yourself. You prescribe. You even don't do the consultation. So when you go to the pharmacy, you just say, I want this. We should avoid from self-medication, because we also run an aspect of drug resistance. So the aspect that we shall have these medicines, but they are not working. So drug resistance is a very big aspect, which is a new epidemic which is coming, that what we say antimicrobial drug resistance. So let's be able to work that we only take these medications when the doctors are prescribed. And when we are prescribed, let's complete our doses. Because the other aspect again is that we don't complete. And then we expect them to work miracles. So these medicine molecules work, but only they work on specific diseases. So we'll continue to engage, and as a ministry will remain available and being able to see that we deliver what's required of us.
Thank you, DG. Thank you, our bosses. Thank you, the fourth estate, my colleagues. We're going to have a group photo in front. And ladies and gentlemen, again, just to reiterate that this is a national awareness campaign against pilferage of government medicines, and it is being championed by national medical stores. It will be available on different radio stations to take this message even further to the Ugandans who are not able to listen to or watch the televisions here. Thank you. We are open for engaging. If you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to us. We shall be available to serve you. Thank you so much. I'll request that we have a photo right. Now that the cameras are off, Jack is going to support with the other issues. Huh?